Hi class, welcome back to lecture 16. Can you believe how far along we've already come? Now today what we're going to discuss is our time management skills. Now, we've already covered all the important aspects about applying to college, so by now you learned how to begin before the process of applying to college. We've discussed how to gather all our materials and send out our applications, and we even discussed what to do even life after the application process. But remember I talked in the previous lectures about how important it is to use your time productively. Okay, between the time that you've sent out your application to the time that you will begin college. So, in the meantime, what I really want to focus on is how you utilize your time management. Okay, for many of you, your life will now change when you begin your lifelong journey in higher education, because college is such a different time. Okay, everything will change from where you may live, your location, your experience, having different set of friends, being away from your family and friends at this point, and also you're going to have a lot of room for freedom and independence. But what are you going to do during that time? And how can you ensure that you're using your time effectively and productively? So what I want to begin is by asking you, what is time management? Okay, it sounds like such a common term. Yeah, managing your time. But there's so much more to it than just what it sounds like. It's really about how you use it. And that's why, according to college statistics, 60% of students admit that they have very poor time management skills. And that's why I want to focus on that in today's session. Now, what time management really is your ability to control the use of your time in the most valuable and effective way. Now, you always hear people saying, there's not enough time, there's not enough time. Well, it's true to a certain extent that maybe there's a lot that we have to get done within a short amount of time, but it's also how you're using your time. So if you're very smart about being able to get all your priorities and and all your goals accomplished in a very effective way, then you'll realize that you have more time, and perhaps you can use that towards your own personal and social time. Okay, and another thing is that time management can refer to all the practices that individuals follow to make better use of their time. This is all about developing time management skills, which is a journey, and it begins with the session and with a lot of practice. And we're going to talk about what all those steps are as well. Now, before we go ahead and delve into the different strategies of time management, I want to sort of give you this moment to think about, how do you use your time? And also, better yet, let me rephrase it by asking you, do you have any problem areas in your time management that you would like to work on? So I want you to just think about that right now. Okay? And let me write some on the board, and perhaps you can relate to some of them. Now, according to statistics, these are some of the problem areas a lot of students have reported. Okay? Studying. Okay? How do you do with your studying skills? Do you give yourself enough time to prepare for tests and exams and papers? And are you able to meet all your appointments and meetings and that sort of things? So let's talk about meetings. Okay? And this will all kind of tie into school. Okay? Do you find yourself getting good grades, but is it because you have good time management, or do you feel that you're not getting sort of the grades that you want due to poor time management? Okay? Another thing, talking on the phone. How many of you guys spend countless of time talking on the phone? I definitely know I'm a victim of that. I can be on the phone for so many hours that people will not believe. And, I won't get into that. But I've really worked on it, and I'm rarely on the phone nowadays. Okay, now, the next thing is, Oh, I have to admit, this is what I love to do on my spare time. How many of you guys watch TV and movies? Okay. If I really did have more time, I feel like, I would love to watch TV. But the thing is, how many of you guys watch so much TV and movies that you guys don't spend enough time over here, which is studying? Okay? Another thing is perhaps your friends. You might be distracted by their invitation for you to meet them during the week.